Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about your person, any person on your mind. We will figure out what are their thoughts, what were their last dominant thoughts about you before we unfold all the cards. This video is sponsored by Otter Spirit. This is a purpose-driven natural jewelry brand. They design AAA grade natural gemstones and crystals. You can look at the jewels I ordered for myself. I got myself mini gemstones in aquamarine, green aventurine, and citrine. So far, they've been really fun to work with. They also donate to ocean and wildlife conservation. You can browse through their website with the link given down in the description box and use the coupon code ISHA20 to get an additional discount on your purchase. So for pile number 1, we have Sparks of Light. For pile number 2, we have Smoke. Pile number 3, we have Yellowing. And pile number 4, we have the Drowned King. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most. Now I'm gonna begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the card of Sparks of Light, we're gonna see what exactly is this person's state of mind. Why are they showing up with the card of Sparks of Light? I'm gonna look that up in the guidebook. So number 181, that reduces down to 10. That's the page number. So we have hope, sensation, exhilaration. Like fireflies and fireworks, the card is linked to the spirit of summer card. These two appear together, you're likely in for a midsummer delight. So it seems like something is missing. You might feel the scintillate as childlike giddiness, the presence of magic, a vision in a dream. Simple readiness to wake up from a long slumber. Follow physical body, follow tingling sensations of aliveness within you. You will not be led astray. Vitality, clarity, inspiration. You are alive. Wow. This gives me the feeling that when this person thinks about you, it makes them feel very alive. It could have been that their heart was closed off, or they were hoping, feeling, it's almost like premonition, knowingness that something's about to happen, and it did happen. It's like a feeling where they might have been quite single for a really long time, or in fact not even thinking about relationships, and they often go back to the night that they met you or the place that they met you. There's a possibility that this person has looked for you around. Wow, we have pure love. Surrender to your own body. Don't be afraid to take up space. I'm hearing the word oscillation. It's like you're really pretty. I feel like this person for a long time has waited to meet a counterpart type of an energy. I think this person has wanting to meet someone. Yeah, seventh house. This is all about relationships, partnerships, profound relationships, intimacy. 11th house, someone that's like minded, someone that has the same mentality towards relationship like they do, someone that makes them feel alive, someone that pours into them. So a lot of what they think about is what is the potential, what is the scope of this relationship turning out to be for them. What can they expect to happen over here? What can they um, expect, really? I'm picking up on something that's a shadow attribute that this person is trying to work through. Let me see what that is. Clarity of thought. Clarity of thought is what I keep hearing. Clarity of thought. Nothing lasts forever. So, fear of abandonment, perhaps. A fear of abandonment that is it safe to jump into this? And there's a lot about, your relationship with your body. This card says surrender to your own body, and the sparks of light also spoke about something like you need to let your body tell you what is right, and don't be afraid to take up space. That's what I kept on feeling, that this connection has been something that doesn't make sense to their mind. However, the way in which they feel tells them that this was meant to be, and a feeling of premonition. I knew this was going to happen, or something like this was going to come into my life. I think this person, there's almost like this feeling like I fell in love with you before I even knew you. Something's very significant about Europe. I'm hearing Rome, and my nose is really itchy. So somebody could have an allergy, or again, an itchy nose is almost like a witch being able to smell something that seems like might not be safe to proceed with right now. That's what they also think. So there is a little bit of, something that this person suspects. Maybe they think that this connection is too good to be true, or there is, I'm hearing a genuine concern that this person does have in their mind, whether they can trust you or not. For most of you, this person has a good reason, or it's the reflection of or projection of their past. Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool, Gemini, Virgo. Seven of Swords, yeah. A feeling like, can I accept this offer? Is it safe for me to proceed here? Ace of Pentacles. Four of Wands and Five of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the Six of Swords and the King of Swords. I think I'm going to tell you one thing that this person feels. It's right for me to be worried. That's what I'm hearing. It's right for me to be worried, maybe because of what has happened to me in the past, or maybe because of what they feel could possibly burn them. They could get burned in this situation. There is something about you that burns quite brightly in this person's eyes. There is something about you that makes this person, wow, there's like this feeling like, even though there's like a, yin and yang, like they're scared of this love, but there's also like this feeling of freedom that they are getting through this connection. It seems like maybe they had viewed relationships as a cage before, but something about this connection makes them feel like, yeah, this is what I feel like is worth investing in. So it's almost like maybe they've had really when people confuse love for attachment type of relationships, which were very, very caging and controlling. And something about this connection makes them feel liberated, it makes them excited, it is sparks of light. Like they have these googly eyes when they look at you. And I think that this person is in a place where they're just, I feel like this person is very stern about maybe their standards or their conditions. I think it comes from past experiences where they've learned what they don't want, and I think that they don't want anything that doesn't pour back into them, and they're looking for something very serious or long term. I would say that with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, they do think about it in a long term format or a manner. Like they think about the possibility of this being in the future. So this person is thinking about it with a balanced place. There's a mix of rationality and emotions as well. So they're thinking about more. I think that they start off with the, practicality of it, where they're not going to rush in even though they really, really want to. But I think with the Fool and the Four of Wands, they always remind themselves of what they deserve and what their preference is in this time, and how they do not want to sell themselves short this time around. This does seem like a new connection, doesn't seem like you've been in a romantic relationship or committed relationship with this person. Five of Swords in the reverse with the Seven of Swords does give me that when they progress in their thoughts, when they think more deeply about it, the stability aspect or the romantic aspect kind of takes a back seat when they think about, okay, I do acknowledge all my feelings, but is this person trustworthy? That's what they think a lot about. So maybe they do have a fear of letting their guard down, the King of Swords and the Six of Swords. I do think this person remains at a flight risk. I do think this person has shown you, and I think they have shown you that they also might not be 100% trustworthy because they've run away from commitment. And I don't think this is a player. I think this is someone that's been brutally hurt in the past. Like, I think cheating or backstabbing or like um, mental manipulation. I think that's what they're really scared of. Like, people can say a lot of, I'm picking up on deeper thoughts. People can say a lot of things, but they don't really mean it. So this person doesn't trust words either. I think this person is also scared of being left behind for somebody else. This person is, I think they're very lonely, and I think they're looking for someone that can fulfill them, maybe fulfill that void as well of loneliness, which we know that is not possible. But I think it's a mix of maybe genuine wanting genuine companionship in their life. I think this person has also been working a lot on their craft or their finances, which has not been giving them back enough as they have invested. It's like it's not hitting the profit margin, so to speak. um, but I hear intuitively that this person will have a breakthrough, because with nothing lasts forever, the positive aspect of it also means that the whole situation will change, right? Nothing lasts forever is a good thing over here as well. It's just about perspective, glass half full or glass half full, right? Glass half empty or glass half full. So over here I think that, I mean, unnecessary message, but I'm gonna say that this person will hit their big break with their finances or career, whatever they've been pouring into, because they're looking at something that's like a Six of Pentacle in reverse. It's not giving them back, but it's going to bring them the Ace of Pentacle, which is going to be solid, and it might be generational wealth. It will, grow as they grow older. I think that they might be very lucky with other places, in other places, friends and everything, but they always have this thought that I'm unlucky when it comes to love. That's what I think we're tapping into over here. This is a hardworking person. This is absolutely an intelligent, creative person. By creative, I mean, um, if you follow Wizard Liz, she had this video which went viral, which she talks about broke men. And by broke, she doesn't mean people that are just um, broke in terms of money. They're broke in terms of their mindset. I think this person is very abundant and creative in the way in which they cultivate and create opportunities and make something out of nothing. This person is very creative in that manner with sparks of light. I think this person has a very good way of maybe making things happen, maybe making friends. This person has a good sense of self, which helps them create fruitful relationships and friendships. The emphasis is on friendships. And in terms of money, they've been working through a lot of scarcity lack mindset. I think the one of the biggest blockages that they do have is maybe a feeling of unworthiness, that once they let that feeling come up to the surface, in terms of, when you start allowing your body to tell you how it really feels, I think this person fears that they have to diminish themselves in order to be in a relationship, because this says don't be afraid to take up your space. I think this person has undermined their emotional values and needs and wants, and that's why they have been in very conflicting relationships with people that don't exactly match their values. Love is complicated because all of us are complicated, and I think this person fears the hard work that it takes to be in a relationship. I don't think this is a bad person. I just think this is a very hurt individual who needs to grieve a lot of what has happened to them in the past. It is kind of vital to understand, but not to justify anybody's poor behavior, so that you can save yourself from any unforeseen circumstances. However, I would like to mention that this person is holding on to grudges from past, is not able to let go of other people, and because of all this built up resentment and maybe struggle to forgive themselves at the end of the day, that's why their creativity kind of lacks or doesn't completely flourish, or there's no space for that energy to cultivate and create something, because the love department is suffering in their life. Okay, I think this person tells themselves that they're okay being alone, and maybe they might be. It's not like they're unhealthy being alone, it's not like they completely push people away, but I do see a very strong protective mechanism that doesn't let anybody, including their parents, I feel, get too close to them. I think they have a strong betrayal wound, and I feel like one thing I'm majorly picking up is manipulation. Is maybe even their parents. I'm seeing the images of an adult in front of a child where this person has been played in a way in which they feel like people switch up really quickly. That's what this person protects themselves a lot from, in ways in which people have used manipulative tactics to get what they want out of them. This person was a people pleaser. This person had a strong victim consciousness, and I think that in love it still exists, not as much as it used to. I would say maybe out of 100, like a 40 to 45 ratio of still feeling like, oh, I'm such a poor person, like poor me. um so I think they still need to learn how to take that blame. But Spirit is saying that's not your worry, because this is not someone that stays in the same place. I think that's one of their best characteristics. That at the end of the day, they're human, and I think with nothing lasts forever, there's definitely this energy of this person. They always just, I think this person might have a winner mindset. It doesn't disqualify all that they've been through, and still maybe, feeling a little bit sorrowful and lonesome. I guess that's just a part of being human. You can't completely eradicate it, because happiness and pain are parts of life. However, I do think this person has some sort of, like je ne sais quoi, or like this winner mindset. They always tend to just get through, and they have this quality of doing it by themselves because of what they've been through. It relatively makes me feel like they have built a very strong sense of, I guess, self confidence and maybe a connection with their intuition and their divine. So even it's like I'm hearing from spirit that if you'd hear about what this person has been through, you might understand why they are the way they are. They are actually quite magical. That's what it makes me feel like. Sextile in reverse, a combination of tension and flow potential in rewarding situation. So a message from their higher self or even their 3D self is that this person doesn't like conflict. They have worked really hard to eradicate, even in fact, a lot of friendships out of their life that create unnecessary chaos in their life. So, if now that's an optional message, you have to see a lot of people would be watching this reading. If they cut you out or if they ran away, it's because they potentially saw something that they have seen before that they were not willing to put up with. So again, it's like their protective mechanism just activated, and they were like, let's just shut it out. I don't want to deal with this. That's what I'm really hearing over here. We have Mercury, think, learn, network, communicate. If there was a situation in which this person ran away from you, they did think a lot before they acted on it. And it's not like it's easy for them to move forward, but there is this energy of like pushing through the force, pushing through it. um I think this person felt something that was not safe in your connection with you, um as something that you might have done out of your own insecurities. And it just made them feel like this is not a safe place to be. That's what I'm really feeling over here. What was this, Spirit? Can we know? I do think they did project something, but it was mainly because they didn't feel like they would be safe. And it's possible that maybe you don't know each other that well, or something just alarmed them quite a lot. And then there was a separation that was guided by their intuition. Stillness. Yeah, I think if you think this person is impulsive, they're not. And I think meander, that they are a lone wolf. You have to know this evolution and protection. This person, whatever they did, they did it because they wanted to protect their peace. For them, I feel like this person is okay being alone. This person is okay being misunderstood. And it's like they by no means did that to hurt you, retaliate, or if you think that they're bitter or they're doing this purposely to get a reaction out of you, I don't think that's the truth. I think they just felt like something was wrong in your situation and they were not going to be a part of it. I think they were contemplating whether they should communicate this to you or not, but I think this person might have just removed you, walked out of your life without any explanation for majority of you, because they don't. It's like this energy that I feel is almost like somebody who has explained, cribbed, and asks people why do they do the things and explain them that this hurts them, and despite them putting their point of view in front of people, they still do the same thing. This person has reached a point which is, I think, nothing on you. I just think they're tired of voicing out their opinion and people not respecting that. So they have this kind of mindset which is like, it is what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna say, I think it's safe to say they think what they did was right. And I'm hearing something about jealousy, whether it was on your end or their end. They just don't want to be a part of things that pull them back to a past pattern in their life. So something in your connection was repetitive, and it was somewhere it was stagnant with meander, like they kept on waiting and nothing was happening. Yeah, we have the card of art of finding beauty in the imperfections of life. If this is a long time ago, you're watching it for quote unquote long lost love. This person is not someone that would try to replace you, and they cherish, I feel, such overwhelming emotions from the heart. You're very close to their heart, but there's such a onion. There's so many layers to this person that I think it would take a lot of dedication to this person. Not that I'm saying that you have to have that. Some bonds are just formed effortlessly where you do build that trust. So by no means I'm saying that, only you have to be dedicated to them. I just think once that relationship is reciprocated and it effortlessly flows into their life, you would really get to know that this person doesn't do things out of revenge. They just do it out of a way to protect themselves. Even if you don't understand their reasonings, basically, that's what they're saying. Even if you don't understand why they are the way they are. And for most of you, I feel like you don't know this person that well. They just really want to be peaceful, and I'm not gonna lie, makes me feel like this person is very okay with themselves. It seems like they're just very okay with who they are, and somewhere being alone, they're okay with it. And I also feel like their purpose or their life leads them somewhere. They have a focal point in their life, which could be towards a very high level commitment that they are never going to force in their life. So maybe their carefree attitude is something that makes you feel like, what the heck? Like, why is she making, this person sound like a saint? Well, I'm not. I'm just channeling the energy. So I don't know how much it's going to resonate with you. But it was just, I just feel that this person is so okay with, who they are. They're generally like very zen energy. Obviously, they have their own traits, maybe toxic traits, but all of us do. We all are good and bad. So I'm not sure how else to explain this energy furthermore. We have the card of authentic expression. Unapologetic expression will set your soul on fire. Allow every piece of you to be heard and seen. The world needs your specific medicine. 22. So this person might be a generational pattern breaker. Because it does says we are the ones we have been waiting for, and then there's a little small bubble which says to all the little girls watching right now, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful of deserving every chance in the world. So this one also makes me feel like, with don't be afraid to take up space, and authentic self-expression takes up space. It advises you and it asks for you to say your peace of mind with power and authority. And they could see you as well as someone that's quite authoritative and assertive um in your own shape or form, and they think that maybe both of your life, you're walking a different trajectory than they are. That's also something that I think they tend to think about. Very interesting reading. The moon. Mercury with the authentic expression and the moon could talk about this person being an artist or creating something that does serve other people around. Or it simply could be that they're so focused upon finding themselves out, gaining more intimacy with themselves, that right now they're seeing you as someone that helped them get closer to themselves. However, their goals might not completely include this relationship, despite their desires to be with the ultimate person. I don't know if this person sees you in that light, but they still hope that someday you guys come back together, or what if you are that one? I think those thoughts do cross their mind, but their last thoughts are accumulation of all that I have said. They're quite focused on protecting their peace and how far they have come in life. I think this person might be psychic, because it seems like whatever moves they make, they're very okay with what they're doing, even if it seems like a mistake, or even if through their journey they do make a mistake, they trip once or twice. This person seems like they're okay with who they are. Yang energy in reverse. I do feel like this person is very passive right now in all areas of their life. They're not trying to give too much. Oh, I feel very, very strongly for all of you that this person has been a strong people pleaser. So they have spent themselves trying to gain the approval of other people, where now they realize that they will never really make sense to anybody. This is someone that's so okay by being misunderstood They're kind of like, yeah, and I feel like their higher self is strongly working with me right now. And I think that this person is okay with maybe you misunderstanding and being critical of them and not understanding why do they make the choices or the decisions that they do. Because in their mind, for them, they know that they're doing this just to protect themselves and they're okay with it. So I think maybe they have not done something very major that might have made you feel like they betrayed you, but they saw something that could have potentially hurt you coming from your own defense mechanism, or you using some sort of backdoor to get your need met by this person. I'm hearing something about validation. You wanted this person's validation and you did something maybe to make them feel possessive or jealous about you, or there's something you were doing and you thought this person would not figure that out, and this person knew that this is not the type of, it's like they saw that this is not you, they could see through you and they knew that this is not exactly who you are, but maybe the nature of this connection is making you act in a way which was something they knew they cannot do anything about till the time you can't do anything. You don't do anything to fix it or heal that within yourself, your insecurity. And this person chose to maybe walk away or distance themselves from you. And they think you might not understand that till the time you heal your own pain. Structure in reverse. You were lacking understanding of your own sense of self-worth, and they knew that they could not do anything about that feeling within you. Oh, very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, disempowered. So it does make me feel like they ran away through from some situation, and they might have acted in a sneaky manner. A karmic contract, they figured out what the purpose of this connection was. Intimacy, they were scared of getting closer to you. Unavailability, I think this person realized that they're not available. That's what I'm feeling. A reality check and ego sublimation, they do feel like you might think they're inconsiderate, and they think that you might not be aware of how much they're able to understand your patterns. Okay, they do feel like maybe it crushed your sense of self-esteem, but I'm hearing I'm not sorry for it. Okay, wishing ill, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I think you think that this person is bad intentions, but they didn't do it out of that awakening. And I think this person keeps tabs on you, it just has an awareness. I do feel like this person did get worried what impression they leave on you, but I'm hearing like it's like I could not care so much about it. This person has major trust issues. I'm just gonna say that. They're not sorry for the way that they behave because they're constantly looking behind their shoulders. So it seems like they've been through, maybe they trusted in someone so much and they didn't know that the other person is capable of betraying them like that. We're going to pull out a few cards. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. There's a mix of light and dark attribute. I'm seeking my parents' approval in life. For them, I feel like becoming self-sufficient might have a tangent of being positive but also negative. That's what I'm hearing. This does seem like someone that's trying to become less hyper independent. That's what I feel like spirit is teaching this person, how to not be so independent. I don't think my needs are being met. Whatever they were waiting to happen between the both of you was not happening, and it looks like they were like, okay, I don't want this. I want validation because parts of me aren't healed. Yeah, I'm feeling like they saw that within you. somewhere. It's not like they're perfect, but they saw something that you were doing to seek their validation. And lastly, we have, you trigger parts within me I don't want to face. I think they realize that they're emotionally unavailable. I might have pushed it too far this time. It makes me feel like they did push you away. I'm scared to trust because I have been let down before. Thank you, Spirit. This is where I'm going to leave your reading pile number 1. If this was helpful, hit the like button. Let me know down below. Subscribe for more so you know whenever I upload next. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the card of smoke, this will be your reading about your person. What do they think constantly? This is 151 page number, reduces to 7. The energy is quite low and lethargic in this reading. This person could be quite stagnant. We have illusion and warning. What kind of smoke is it? Was the fire intended, a ritual, or an accident? So something took place in this connection due to your own triggers. And I think that this person is trying to understand whether the way in which they behave, is it a pattern? Was it a red flag on your end or their end? Was it a genuine trigger, or was it something that was required or appropriate to the situation at hand? So this person reacted to something, and they're questioning if that was an overreaction, or do they always react like this? What was the underlying issue? This person might be realizing that they're not always the one that is correct. The smoke card asks us to wake up, become alert to what is happening around us. Something is burning. Your person definitely got triggered by something that took place in your connection. I'm gonna see what was the shadow attribute. This card is not very helpful, but let me see. Overcoming. There was a repetitive pattern with this person. Who I am, what the world expects me to be. They underestimated you, and they might have thought that you will not figure out what they did. They wonder if you have figured it out about their weakness. I think they gave away something that was your weakness. An insecurity, a feeling of unworthiness. They think you've picked up on it, or they question, have you? Both of you created this situation, but what they did also gave away you. But I don't know. It gave away both of your weaknesses. So I'm hearing, what did they understand about you? We have the moon in reverse. Nurture self needs, satisfy emotional needs in others. This person has understood that you require validation, that they're worthy of you. Okay. And what do they think that you have figured out about them? Now that's coming straight up from their consciousness, right? That's what they're thinking that you think of them, and they're not liking that. Underworld in reverse. Some deep dark secret that is related to their past. You might have realized why this person runs away from relationships. You might have seen in the way in which they reacted that this is their trigger point. If it's related to another person, if it's related with the opposite gender, if it's related something about maybe money, something about maybe this is second house energy. So either it's about possession, assets, physical grounding, maybe the insecurity is around money, or I'm just shooting in the dark. You can see whichever resonates for you or your person. Or it's about self-worth, craving for validation that you're worthy, or feeling unworthy, feeling triggered, feeling incompetent, inadequate. I'm hearing things like that. Now I'm gonna see what actually happened over here. Okay, I'm shuffling between so many decks. The energy is very strong. What actually happened over here with you, and what about your person? Not this one again. Energies are mirrored, so you can sometimes mirrored, so you can see whichever resonates with you. There could be a mix and match, because a lot of people would be watching this, so I can't be 100% accurate with you. You have to pick and choose your messages, but you did align with this pile, so I'm sure there's something for you here. I am a part of something far greater than I understand. So I think whatever is coming for your person, what happened over here is I feel like you were already detaching from this situation. And you were being sent into another spiritual awakening, or whatever you'd like to call it, another purge, ego sublimation. Your person, both of you were detached from yourself, and this connection, both of you, I see like numbing out, that was taking place. You were not in touch with the reality of the situation. Both of you were creating with the smoke your own, both of you were creating your own scenarios, things that are not even happening. That's what I'm seeing, both of you are creating. And now we have mind, subconscious, and conscious. You were numbing out because both of you found solace in blaming each other for the situation and projecting onto each other. No, I can't trust this person. No, I can't trust this person. And then because both of you were so triggered and in your own shadows, and you were constantly trying to find red flags in each other, you both actually showed up in that manner. I'm hearing surprise, surprise. It's like, what did you expect that was gonna happen? Both of you were thinking so negatively, about this whole situation, that it actually ended up becoming like that because it was a product of both of you. Neither one of you was thinking positively about this situation. Both of you thought that this will fizzle out, and it did, because you both were mirroring very strongly your fears of abandonment. They're not letting one deck sit in my hand. This connection asks a lot of work. So what have they been thinking about? Third house. I think this person wants to resume the break. I think this person genuinely wants to make things better. I think the question that comes to their head is that will they reciprocate my interest? They're very scared about that. Pluto South Node. This person wants to let go of their bad habits. That's what I'm hearing. Um, my heart hurts. I think they're really hurting because of what has happened. And I think I'm gonna say something. I can only trust that you will not misuse that information. I don't know. Your person thinks that, they have made a mistake. Because they're kind of realizing their own mistake. They're feeling like it was my fault that it happened like this. I don't know if they initiated the separation or they made the first mistake, or I don't know. But they think that they might be at fault here. Like they know you're also at fault, but right now they're feeling a lot more guilty. And because the smoke card, we return back to what was being said. Is like, is it a ritual or an accident? So does it keep happening again and again, or did it happen for the first time? And for your person's case, whatever they did keeps happening again and again. There, it's like a flight. I think it's a fight or flight mode. Yes, the Nine of Swords, the Temperance, Sagittarius, the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, this person really wants to talk to you again. They are scared that you guys keep going back and forth, and that's a sign of it probably not being healthy. If somebody you block to this person, Hierophant in reverse, Taurus. Yeah, this person thinks that maybe your dynamic is not that healthy. Sun, Leo, Six of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Six of Wands in the Chariot. Chariot does have moon energy with the Eight of Pentacles also. I'm seeing Ace of Swords. Well, I'm gonna tell you, this person feels like your dynamic is not healthy. Okay, they do know that. Maybe you also know that. But oh my god, do they feel for you? That's what I'm feeling over here. I do think in the past, maybe, before this separation, there was a lot of sexual frustration, pent up sexual energy. I think that it still exists. I don't think you have both have gotten to consummate the relationship in some shape or form. You haven't really gotten to experience each other physically. That does trouble them. There's a lot of sexual energy. Even though Ace of Wands is in reverse, I'll tell you what I think. I think that at first there was a lot of emphasis on the sexual energy over here before the both of you split up. Now, because you're away, it's not so funny, is it? Because now there's more emotion. Six of Cups is underneath. So it's almost like at first when you take somebody quite lightly, you don't take them that seriously. I'm not trying to imply that they didn't take that seriously. I'm just feeling like, and I'm not at all, I don't want to feed you the wrong information. What I mean by that is, yeah, you know that you have strong connection and feeling for someone, but you haven't acknowledged the depths of your feelings. Thank you, Spirit. So now it's not so funny, is it? It's not just sexual and, fond feelings. Now it's like, I really love them. That's what I'm picking up over here. But it doesn't take away from the fact that they do recognize that this connection is somewhere fizzling out, or it keeps fizzling out, or it's never in alignment. It's just difficult to keep the both of you together. And that is what this person thinks. Maybe it's because of your inner child. And I do think this person does recognize maybe fault in the fact that they took this connection too much in a very logical manner. Feelings are not figured out in a rational manner. So the Hierophant, Taurus energy, Cancer is Chariot. We have Temperance, Sagittarius, Sun, Leo. I think in the past they could see where this was going. They might have been manifesting, they might have had a clear head. They knew somewhere, this will happen. But something happened out of nowhere between the both of you, blew out of proportion. They don't know where it will go now. And now there's just like, I have all these feelings, but where do I take it? Where do I take it now? So I think they have softened up to you. Okay. And they don't want to talk to you. I just feel sad. You know what? This seems like two people that just love each other so much, but at the end of the day, this connection feels like a karmic connection. I'm gonna be very honest, okay? And it seems like even though you have so much love, it's just difficult. It's strenuous, it's exhausting to be around each other because something about the intensity of it and unhealed versions of you that just keep coming out makes it difficult to enjoy the connection, right? So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. What does Spirit want you to know about this? Because I think you watch enough tarot readings to know how this person really feels. Ace of... Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It was a very natural reaction. I'm gonna give you a very bittersweet truth, which I do want you to acknowledge is not just done by you, it takes the other person to do that as well. You will have to go through some serious deep healing if this person is what you desire. Now, this is by no means me being pessimistic or negative and da 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 da. No, I'm just telling you that I get it. What you feel, I get it. And you have to be very strong um, in recognizing that it's not just your willpower to be with this person, but it's also this person that wants you as bad as you want them. Because with the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups being the bottom of the deck energy, the corresponding energy is 8 of Cups. You have to walk away from what you've been taught in your childhood. The ways in which you show love is toxic. Okay, pile number 2. I want to tell you that you also have traits in which you show love or you withhold love that is toxic. You don't let the other person know that they can trust you. Now you might be like, oh, I don't, but you have ways maybe you're not able to see right now. I'm not just talking about this person, and heck, there's no way I can talk to them. Um, and it's like, I don't know, maybe in some other universe I am talking to them, maybe in some other timeline. It's just, I'm just kind of feeling like you have to, first of all, before you pour your heart out in this connection, before you think and start going into the self-loathing and self-awareness of what's wrong with you, I really want you to see how much the other person is worried about this situation. So, example, if you're genuinely in separation right now, which I feel like a lot of you are, and this person is not doing anything, there's absolutely nothing in this world that you can do to actually come back together with this person. All that is in your hand is actually to just work on yourself. Like, just explain to me, tell me, what can you do about this? Can you control that person? Can you heal them? Can you fix them? No. So till the time you're in separation, all you can do is focus on yourself, because this connection is possible. The only if and the buts that we have is if they want it as bad as you do, and if you don't see them putting in that much effort, or if you have seen them not put that much effort, then this option is not in consideration for you. This is not something you should pour your time into thinking about, like, oh, how much hard work would I put into this. I think you would benefit a lot more if you take that time to make yourself happy and take interest in your own self, rather than thinking when will they come back to you, because that's just how I feel about this. Productivity in reverse and eruption. You have done a lot to show this person that you're worthy of their time and energy. And that's what I picked up in the beginning, whether you accept that to yourself or not. Breaking thought cycles. Breaking thought cycles. You have done a lot. I don't know what you've done. You've spoken to them nicely. You've hung out with them, or I don't know, you've tried to show this person that both of you have suitable towards each other, suitable, um what both of you can be suitable companions towards each other, or you're a good person, or you're so cool and you're so pretty and you're so handsome and you do this good and you're polite and you're kind and you're understanding and you're intelligent. Like, the amount of effort you've put into showing this person all that you are, just to gain their validation, has been a giveaway. I'm gonna tell you that. I think you might be a little embarrassed to know that, but they have known that you have tried a little too hard to show them that, they see you. I'm gonna say that. They see you, they know all of that, but they have their own limitations. So they have seen your shadow attribute, and I think that person kind of finds it cute. It's not like they think that, I mean, it might have boosted up their ego a little bit, like a 5 or a 10 percentage, not more than that. Like, oh, they're trying for me, but they think that, you putting yourself out there for them to notice is kind of cute. Um, but a lot of their energy goes into what they feel lacks within them. And this is where I feel like, because most of my demographic is women, and you might be, watching it for a man, unless this is same same gender reading, then I feel like you might be watching for someone that is in a masculine energy in your dynamic. Whoever this man is, I think this again comes down to that inadequacy in the physical realm. Now, what I am picking up is, if you're in the younger side, young adulthood, in your 20s, under 35, um, it is to acknowledge that men are usually not that financially stable till the age of, I don't know, late 20s, nearly 30s, something like that. They can't afford what maybe your daddy has been doing for you in some cases, right? So this person sees you from what maybe your family has leveled up to, and they see the lifestyle that you're living, and I guess it doesn't reflect in their actions. They think like they're very far fetched in their thinking, and they think about the fact that can they match your level of maybe financial independence in some shape or form, evolution. For them, their honor, their self respect is quite a lot, and they might have a very big ego in terms of being the man. That's what I'm picking up. So, for them, it's a no brainer that they're not going to get into a relationship till the time they have their ducks in a row. And this severely reflects their self worth issues, because this is probably the reason why they have pushed you away multiple times. Multiple times. I don't think there's more to it. I don't think you should read more into the situation. You might find out, yeah, this person has fears of commitment. Da, 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 da. They fear intimacy. They have this. That happened to them in the childhood. But I think the main reason why they don't jump into this connection is because they don't have their ducks in a row. And it's nothing on your self worth. The judgment in reverse. You have been viewing this situation as a reflection of your self worth, because that's what you lack, and that's what you've been wanting this person to really tell you, that yeah, you're worth it, because of how you've been made felt in your past by your parents, what you internalized. Judgment, Libra, 5 of Cups, disappointment. You're looking for this person to validate you in a sense and tell you that you're worthy, and I'm going to drop everything to make you a priority. But the thing is, this person is looking after themselves right now. Even if they have all these dreams, they've thought about it in the future or whatever it is, it reflects their insecurity as a man, because men are also taught a lot of things that they need to learn how to debunk. And the reality is that maybe a lot of women say that they don't care about that, but at the end of the day, a lot of men's value is measured by what they can provide. So it is very deeply conditioned. And you might also have this thought pattern. Now, for a few of you, I'm saying that because viewer came on my deck, in my deck. You probably might have double standards. You say that you don't care about how much money they make, but then you don't respect someone that might not be there where you envision your partner to be there. That's just a message. You have a double standard somewhere, so you need to keep that in check. Okay, bad manners. This person does realize that the way they left was poor behavior on their end. Okay, they do realize that there's something more that Spirit wants to tell you. You need to be realistic, pile number 2. You're not realistic. I feel like I really want to say you are ignoring all that is wrong in this connection, and you're living in a fairy tale land most of the time, thinking about how this connection would be so great. But you need to touch base with reality again. You need to see the red flags in this situation for what they are. I'm not just talking about this person. I'm talking about your own behavior and what the both of you, the dynamic that the both of you has created. It's wrong. It's not healthy. Opposition, you might have a power struggle with this person, which does not create a healthy relationship. I just want to say you do not win a man over. It's the other way around. He shouldn't have to chase. Neither should that person. And it's not about chasing. It's about pursuing a woman. There's a very big difference. Page of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. You know that your person lacks that dedication. Your person has not been pursuing you like you want to be pursued. I think you are a lot more conventional than you realize. You might be under the illusion that no, I'm a cool girl or I'm this or that and this doesn't bother me, but what you actually want deep down is something very different than the picture that you've painted for yourself. You need to touch base with what would actually make you happy. Like, take a pen and paper and write down the type of relationship you want so that you can match it up to what you're seeing in reality, because it's not touching base. Your own personal goals. Thank you, Spirit. You or your person could be stalking each other. Inability to understand each other, that's also there. Inability to apologize on your person's end, perhaps with word mistakes, and even I think you don't want to apologize for that. Suspicion, intentions, betrayal, maybe trust issues between the both of you. Inner child trauma, repeating patterns. Again, we started off with this. Is it ritual or is it an accident? The connection that you're experiencing, is it the same reality? Thank you, Spirit. Is it something you've experienced in the past? Or is it new? Is this person a lesson or is this person a blessing? What is it? What do you see in front of you? Because you already know the answer. You both are tactful. This person brings out your tactful survival mode rather than bringing more peace to you. Sexual tension, thank you, Spirit. Consciousness, mindset. You need to see this. You need to touch base. Pile number 2, you need to touch base with the reality of the situation. Stuck, lack, mindset, low frequency. This connection keeps you stuck in a specific pattern. That's what you need to touch base with. I'm gonna pull out a few channel messages. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I get that this is not an easy connection, but it is recreating your dynamic with your parents. I want you by my side. I want to overcome my fear of intimacy. No one's got my attention. You're still the one I desire. I want us to be official, out in the open. Money can't buy true love. It took me to learn this the hard way. I was blinded by my own pain. I see you for who you are. This is about the mistake we spoke about in the beginning. You're intoxicating. I regret leaving you behind, and I'm scared to acknowledge what you bring to the table. Inadequacy, as described previously, right? So, pile number 2, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. Like if this was helpful, subscribe for more. So, you know, whenever I upload next, information for personal reading is given down below. And I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the yellowing, this is going to be your reading. So, I did a thing which is called messing things up, and I basically recorded the second half of this reading after a really long time, and I forgot which was the thumbnail card, so I actually started off your reading with the smoke card, which was in the previous file. So I am going to be scooting this clip in the video, so if you just see it with this specific card, don't get alarmed, it's still your reading. It probably had to be this way. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the card of smoke, this will be your reading. So for some of you, this is a connection that has something like ended a really long time ago, or it has been a while, and the situation or the air between the both of you seems to be very cold, or it's just unresolved, and you might have this energy of trying to move on. I think both of you might have, but time to time the feelings come back. I also feel like you relatively have this realization that this person might have been a placeholder for your pain or your loneliness. um this reading is going to be absorbed by a lot of people, so be very wise and discerning of what message you really take to be yours. Not everything I say will be yours, but if you chose this pile, I'm pretty sure there's a message here for you. So first of all, one thing that I'm feeling is a lot of gratitude for you being here. That's not my usual intro to a pile, but I feel like maybe there's something we're going to touch base with that. I feel really emotional saying this, so this might be something that does make you a little bit uncomfortable, but I feel like it would set you free from a lot of things. So if that's something that you appreciate about the way I read, then you're most welcome. And if this is the first time you're actually watching my channel, then thank you for being here as well. I hope that you take something with yourself that is helpful. So the energy in this pile is one of gratitude, but something about what we become is not through success, but through our failure. And I think that there's a shared energy between both people, that you have become really mature through the connection, how it has really taken you through the ups and downs of love and what love is not. And I think that this person is also seeing some things about you, not in a bad way, but just about maybe themselves and this dynamic that was really unhealthy, and they do feel somewhere relieved that it did not come into being at the moment they wanted it, because maybe they are realizing in ways in which they were settling. And you were also settling, or maybe the dynamic between the both of you is turning a bit sour, and there was a power struggle over here. So the smoke card says illusion, of course, right? And warning. So this is a tantalizing phenomenon, stealth like and seductive. So there could have been really, really strong chemistry over here, which was kind of a bit alarming for the both of you. I think that at least you did think about the fact that this type of crazy yearning and sexual chemistry for another person might not be a good sign. It could be a recreation of your past or your childhood wounds. Something was burning over here, you know, that smell that you could just can't ignore, like something is burning, and the residual of it also remains in the air. That's why we keep smelling it while you know, a while after it has been blown out. So there is something about a fire extinguisher. The whole concept is giving a metaphor of the um, smoke, of course. And then we have fumus. I'm not sure which language is this. I am hearing Latin. I'm gonna get a message from your angel guides and spirits. See, I think that this person genuinely had feelings for you. You are ready for a change of scenery and explore. I do feel that this reading is not just gonna be based off your person and what they were thinking, okay? This will be more inclusive of what message spirit also wants to give to you, because some of you feel stuck with the reality and the rationality of this, but also still the lingering effect of a spiritual bond that still has, you know, it's a hold over you. So I think, and I feel very, very emotional, because it's almost like something that you understand is not good for you, but then you feel so softly for someone, still maybe hoping that I wish things would change. So that's what I'm hearing, okay? Yeah, I feel such a jittery energy. So I can only imagine how you really feel being in this space. I think that more than knowing what this person feels, you're looking for closure or self soothe. You want to look for something that just brings peace to you, that you can just not even move on, just bring yourself to acceptance that this is how things are. We have the Ten of Pentacles, so I don't think that this person has grieved you as well. Five of Wands, however, they also have this feeling like, is this connection right, or am I the one who's quite pessimistic or cynical about it? Okay, the Six of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Knight of Cups. See, the energy that is so shared over here is one of, and then I'm seeing the Five of Cups. It's like I genuinely want to be with this person. What I've always envisioned is the Ten of Pentacles, but why the both of us have such a strong power dynamic? There's a fixer energy between you and them. Both of you have always been used to people that you need to fix in some shape or form, alright? And this time around, you both have met each other at a time where you both don't need to be fixed. You can take responsibility and accountability for your own healing. And this connection is somewhere between being mature but also having immature traits. So that's what really baffles you, is that you could see the potential, you could see real potential, not the one that's just up in your fantasies. It makes me feel like you both could see real potential in this connection. You both were somewhere you both are quite masculine individuals, and I don't say this as a way in which it's derogatory or something. This is masculine in the sense both of you know how to take charge of your own life. It's a good energy, and I think that what both of you have struggled majorly is being in your feminine energy. I think the both of you are to some degree, you both are aware you are emotionally unavailable and incapable of giving into a commitment or a relationship as of now. And if that's not you, that's just your person. They know that they're incapable of giving into a relationship. It's again, I'm gonna quote something. It's not that they don't love you, it's that they don't know how to love you right now. I'm gonna say that, okay? The Sun in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man. Leo energy, Pisces, we have Gemini, Virgo. So Gemini, see your person's internal thoughts, which are being represented by the second deck that I am opening up the cards with. It does tell me someone who knows, is very much in touching base with the reality. They don't have their shit together to be in a relationship with a person like you. For them, you are it. For them, you are it. For them, in their conscious, unconscious thoughts, both of them, you are it. The way in which they're showing up is someone that's being hyper masculine. I understand this quality. This is not something I'm criticizing. I just feel like they want to be so dependable and reliable for you that it's almost like, once you think that this is what I want to be, the universe is going to take you through that road to help you unbecome everything that does not match up with that image. So this person necessarily went through a process in which they were able to see this is how you really behave, and you're not so reliable in these ways. And I think that it came out in the form of purges, maybe mistakes or impulsive decisions, or I feel that this person has not made a very big mistake, and that's an optional message, of course. I think it's the little things that they've done that have made you feel like you don't trust this person, and that's why you're somewhere sold on the fact that they might not be the right person. You might think that this cannot be the one because this person has disrespected me, this person has taken me lightly. I'm not going to conceal or overlook the fact that they have made these mistakes. However, I do feel like they were coming from the right intentions. That's what I'm going to say. So even though they have good intentions for you, it's like really what you cannot overlook is the way in which they actually tend to show up. So that seems like quite the pickle over here, because it's like that this person is really I was about to say good looking, so maybe you're still really attracted to them. You're good looking, and for somebody, I'm hearing that you see this person is good looking enough to have their babies or have babies with them, because I guess you're really looking to settle down. I think this person does have certain genetic trauma, so that would be generational patterns, which do induce maybe some sort of illness or medical history that spirit wants you to get to know or keep that in mind. For some of you, since you're looking at things so seriously, that's what they kind of want to inform you. For somebody over here, I'm hearing that don't focus on a man's height. Look for a good person. Look for a good person to be with. This is like, not completely related to just your person, but it's like, look for a good person. Look for someone that takes care of you when you're sick. Look for someone whose world falls apart because you're upset with them. It bothers them so much. Look for someone who values relationships over money. And if you're someone that values money over love, you need to change that, because you will only attract what you are. So if I'm describing things, this is possible that even you have genetic trauma. It's not just about the other person, it's about you as well. Somebody could be assessing you in the same way you're assessing a life partner for yourself and other people. So if you are that critical, you're going to attract somebody that's critical. If you are forgiving and loving, you're going to attract somebody that's forgiving and loving. And that's what you want, right? So learn to work and polish those edges of yours, your rough edges. Because for somebody over here, you still are very critical and superficial about what having a life partner really means. This person is not to show the world, wow, look at the person that I bagged. No, The world is going to see 2% of it on the social media and social interactions. But the real relationship would be back at home, the person that you actually build a home with. So fix fixate yourself more on those values that that person has, despite um, the way in which they make you look. I also feel like you need to look at the person's financial stability. You need to look at how well that person is doing, because a lot of you, especially the women that I pick up over here, you are helping or waiting for men to build up their finances. You don't have to do that. There's something about your mindset. You think that in this day and age people are still building. No, you're actually attracting non-committal men that use work as their ambition, and that's also because you are somewhere unavailable. I'm just giving constructive criticism, okay? This is actually gonna help you um change some things. 4,000 reverse: cultural, family roots, comfort, peace, home. Look at the type. Start looking for people that you can take home, not people that you can just hang out with, fill a loneliness void. And I'm gonna give you a little exceptional advice. We will, you cannot completely heal, right? So we know that it's a lifelong journey. So stop focusing so much upon, oh, I feel lonely, I still have work to do. No, I can understand the good and bad. I can understand the black and white. I can understand the yin and yang. But right now, I think life requires you to think a little bit more rationally, a little bit more rationally with what you want, rather than thinking always like, I need to fix this, I need to fix this. No, there are a couple of, mindset changes that you need to go through, but I don't think you need to go through major healing now in order to actually develop a lifelong companionship with another person. I think you need a little bit of, fixing here and there, but I don't think it's anything major that you need to go through, because I think that your connection with this person was one that taught you a lot about your worth. And I think that now it's just about showing up in this King of Pentacle energy, someone that's ready for commitment. You might have commitment fears, but I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. I just think you haven't met the right type of people. Somewhere you are still in your preparation, gestation phase before you meet the right kind of people. By people, I mean that maybe you're still looking for a soul tribe, maybe you're still looking for a person. I think that this journey, for a few of you, you've been in dark night of the soul for a really long time. This is the gestation, incubation type of a phase. You are coming out of it this year. I feel like whoever is resonating with this, something big is changing in your life and you're actually coming out of it. And I know this is not a lot about just this person. It's based off a lot of things that you are experiencing in your own life, which is important for you to know. It's not always going to be about the other person. These are going to be changes that reflect the type of life you're going to lead. And I think you need to make those little bit of itsy bitsy mindset changes. These are more like habitual behavioral patterns. Like you think about men in a generalized manner, you think about women in a generalized manner, and you need to remind yourself not everybody is same. Like you wouldn't want to be categorized as or generalized, right? Because you're different. You agree with that. So we have this card of projection and insecurity. So in this connection, both of you have really projected, and that could have been the reason why this connection didn't work out, because you were strong mirrors for each other. Taurus. So I believe the both of you were able to see real potential because both of you knew that you wanted a long-term relationship and nothing more than that. I keep getting this energy of this person. I feel like this person will come back in your future. But if I'm being honest, it's going to be a civil interaction. I think it's just going to be like we're going to talk to each other or something like that. I don't think that a relationship would born out of it. Um, I almost said relationship. I don't know if you guys could hear that. It was a, what do you call that? A lisp or something. Um, is funny because I think both of you knew something about, like, you guys had to force this connection too much. And you know what they say, if you probably have to force it too much, it's like it's probably shit. That's what I'm hearing. So it's no shade on the connection that you have, but the quality of it. It's like you felt like this was a phenomenal connection, and that I agree with. I can feel the vibes from here. But I think that when you try to alchemize it into a connection, the quality of it was very questionable. That's what I'm feeling. And I think that a level of incompatibility was coming from your inner child wounds. And that's just the play of life. That's what I want you to understand, that you do feel like, what if I could have been able to meet them at a different time? But it did not happen that way. So it means that anything that's been taken away from you will be given you with something better in return. I want you to really, really believe me when I say that, because I am a living proof of it. I can't give you the whole instance of my life as an example, but if you would, you can take my word for it, and even you can really think about this, right? So we have the card relationship and retreat and plans. Something about this connection was such a tug of war, and it played out in such a manner that I want to see what does your person really think. Separate. So I feel like I'm I don't know what you're picking up on this person. Even if they're finding a rebound or they're doing their own thing, for majority of you, I think they're just doing their own thing. For few of you, this person has actually found somebody else, so they're like killing time with other people. I feel like this person might not be as spiritual as you are, and maybe they're not trying to get to the depth of it. I think that this person is kind of like a vagabond to relationships. They flow with whatever they get. That's what I'm feeling. Um, and I think it comes from an unconscious unworthiness wound, subconscious unworthiness wound. So they don't really have a type or like something of like a selection for themselves. I think that's also one reason you were aware of what you wanted, but since you had only met yourself to the depths you had met yourself, you also attracted this person from a place of wanting validation. Let's get to the real tea. You did, and you were craving their validation. That's why you were stuck on a connection that you knew was not really going anywhere despite seeing the potential of it, didn't you? So now that you've met yourself at a deeper level, you're not able to really resonate with this person because, well, maybe they figured out that they want different things or they want different things right now. That's the real aspect of life. You are thinking that the universe pushed you away from this person. No, both of you chose your own fates. This person made a choice and you made another choice. I don't think you're 100% sold on being in a relationship with this person. I just think you feel really lonely sometimes. And you have this victim consciousness, like everything gets taken away from me, no relationship works out for me. I think you need to really, really throw that away. The universe is not purposely making you do all of these things. I hope you understand that. Insecurity. If you're going to have a victim consciousness, pile number 3, you're not going to be able to get through in life. I'm going to tell you that. You need to stop blaming people, places, things, and the universe for things that are happening in your life. Yes, destiny and fate is a part of your life, but you do not think of yourself as a victim. For few of you, you were not sold on being with this person. I really want to put that mirror in front of your face, because the type of acceptance, pile number 3, that you are actually looking for is in accepting the fact that you are not 100% sold on dating this person. You are not convinced yourself. So you thinking that they didn't choose you, or you thinking that they ran away from you, is a victim consciousness. I hope you're able to pin together what I am really saying, because that hypocrisy is what is not helping you get closure for yourself. You need to sit with the fact that this is not what you wanted 100%, so that you can stop telling yourself this sob story that, oh, they didn't pick me. So, hidden in plain sight. Oh, this closure is already hidden in plain sight. I don't know if anybody has been able to be honest with you, but you can hate me right now, but you're going to love me later on, because this is the way which we move forward in life. We take responsibility for everything we are. Consequences and choices. I don't think that I am implying that you need to blame yourself for not picking this person or go back to them and re-attempt at this connection. No, I think that your spirit was not 100% convinced that this is your person. It was not indicating that this is right for you. That's the reason why you did not pick it. But your ego is so bruised that this person also chose themselves that you're like, oh, they didn't pick me. I don't want to call you that, but you know what you're doing. So get out of your victim consciousness and accept the fact that you didn't want them 100%. You just wanted to know if they're going to choose you. So, you know, make up with your bruised ego because you knew that you could do better. So cut the crap, okay? Cut the crap. This is the way in which you will actually get closure. And I think you're going to hate it. You're going to hate realizing this because it's going to make you feel really alone. And you need a good cry. You need a good cry to kind of just let this connection be. The connection might always exist there. You might always have this feeling like I know you from somewhere, but it doesn't always mean it was like meant to last forever. And that's the difficult part, right? So you might be talking really ill about this person because you're just like, oh, how dare he or she walk away from me. Um, I think I really want to tell you that this person had good intentions just like you did, okay? And I think that this person came across as a player or unavailable to you because the connection was highlighting your own in unavailability. I think you also made mistakes along the way. You try to justify it as this person wasn't serious for you, but I think it was the both of you. I'm not gonna lie, I think it was the both of you. And I think this person was reflecting back your fears, which made you feel like they're not trustworthy. Well, they might not be. But I think you've left that impression on them as well. I just think this is such a thin line between what is fated and what was destiny, where you met this person, you had to go through all these lessons. But also in hindsight, how this did not work out and makes the both of you feel really sad about the situation. So I'm gonna pull out a few channel messages. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this information is given down below. I just want to tell you, like, I get it. I get it. I fantasize about what we could be. Again, it's like you saw real potential. That's what I feel. I'm afraid to lose myself in this relationship. You both, because you're so masculine in your own lives, you're both scared to return back to your femininity. I'm aware of my codependency. Again, this is the both of you. I'm not able to forgive myself for what I put you through. I don't get a sense that this is about, maybe it is about the things they've done with you, but it's just about something where this person sabotaged the connection and they find it difficult to forgive themselves because they knew this was something great. And if this is true, if I'm close to hitting home, pile number 3, um, I think that it's kind of wrong that this person thinks that it didn't work out just because of them. Because you already knew that this connection was difficult and was not working out in some shape or form. That's what I pity them a little bit for, because this connection kind of felt a little bit, difficult. Even from the start, it just felt difficult, and that's what it makes me feel like this was karmic. Now I can say it. I'm hiding deeper feelings for you. I think that they still have feelings for you. That's why I feel so emotional, because it's like you have so much love, but just the compatibility factor or the power dynamics are so rough that you just can't seem to get along really well with each other. That's the tragedy. Thank you, Spirit. The tragedy of your connection with each other. I bite more than I can chew. I understand, okay? I understand. I need to take a step back and reevaluate. I keep getting the feeling that this person will come back sometime in the future. But I'm not trying to give you consolation. I'm just trying to tell you that the vibe that I pick up is somewhere you might talk to each other as friends in the future, but it doesn't seem like it will turn into something real, because it makes me feel like you would have found somebody else. And not in a sense you're trying to fill a void, but it makes me feel like you would be pretty happy with that person. I'm not being honest with my intentions. So I think that this person did have some sneaky ways, but it just keeps giving me like you also had your own ways, and both of you were doing this out of defensiveness. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, so you know whenever I upload next. Information for personal reading is given down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the card of the Drowned King, this will be your reading. So I'm picking up on a lot of green color and the word determination, and I just heard anthropology. If somebody's really interested in that, I'm also seeing the color yellow. Somebody might be wearing it. It could be significantly in front of you. I'm going to show you which yellow I'm talking about. It's this color, yellow, bright-ish, sunny-ish, sunny side up kind of yellow. Green, the heart chakra and the root chakra. So after a lot of healing work that is still going on, I'm hearing some change, some good change is gonna come in this connection. I am picking up on good news, specifically referring to pregnancy, fertility, Empress energy, Taurus. So Saturn, yeah, after a lot of struggle in this connection, I think your person has come to some sort of realization, awakening, eye-opening truth about maybe how much they projected their fears onto you, making you the bad guy. I think something definitely went down in this connection that created a very big misunderstanding due to the actions taken, maybe on their end, maybe on your end. I do feel like it is talking more about on their end. I'm gonna try to read a little bit about the Drowned King. What does it stand for? What does it represent? So this is ego collapse. Wow. Losing face, humility. Is the king able to become who they are destined to be, a kind, benevolent reader? How does the drowning occur? Not voluntarily, that's for certain, of course. Whatever took place where this ego clash was taking place, where your person was being very egotistical, where it always wanted the upper hand. I'm hearing something about pretty privilege. This person has been brought down to their knees by the universe. It was karmic, but it doesn't make me feel like, now this is optional because a lot of people are going to be watching this reading. So take whatever message you understand deemed to be fitting with your situation. I kind of feel like you can have the leverage of kind of fitting the message that I say into your own situation. It doesn't have to be directly spoken by me, but you would understand whatever I say if it applies to you. And I think that this was not completely karmic in a sense that they did something really bad to you, like a betrayal. I just think they're really ill-mannered. That's the word that I'm picking up. This person doesn't have basic manners or decency when they talk to another person. It's like they're always on their high horse. And it's because of the resources they've been blessed with. Maybe it's the pretty privilege. Maybe it's like they're rich. Maybe it's that they come from a good background. It's like they have some sort of power that they were misusing. They were not being humble about it. So it's about a very big change. I don't think this person has fully embodied that change that comes from true authentic self-love. I think a lot of their behavior, of course, was stemming from insecurity, perhaps even some sort of superiority complex. I am better than you. I don't need you to tell me what to do. And this person may have given you trust issues, or they were not trustworthy. That's also what I'm picking up over here. So for this pile, I really want you to kind of think about this person. I am going to put 4 cards out on the table, and you can pick one or more cards. Something I'm going to explain in this pick a pile. There's going to be another pick a pile. Okay. I feel like there's a need. It's necessary to do that. So we have. I'm going to number them in a bit. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. okay? Definitely from the left to right. You can pause. If you need to pick, you can pick two. You can pick one, whatever you feel. But I'm going to say something. I don't know what it is going to be. I think it's about realizations, okay? So for the first one, if you chose the most left card, I think your person has realized that they're quite restrictive with their communication. This person might have been giving their energy to other people, but not you. They purposely try to make you feel small about yourself because they were insecure, and this person is commitment phobic. That's why they played all these mind games with you. I don't think this person intended to do that. I think this was genuinely from their shadow. And I feel like if this was your person, spirit is somewhere saying that you can forgive them. Not a should, you could. Okay, you could and you can, if you want to, forgive them. That's completely your decision, but this is what I feel. It was unintentional. I feel like this is why spirit wants to divide this, because maybe a lot of people are going to pick this, and they need to know exactly what the message is for them. Okay, for the second one, what has your person been thinking? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This person has a very strong fear of inadequacy, straight up, right off the bat. I think this person genuinely wants a relationship with you. 10 of Pentacles is here for a reason, but in reverse tells me that it makes them feel like they cannot match up to that level. So why this person kept on behaving like that, took you for a spin round and round in the same circles, is because they always knew that you could do better, and maybe you were blinded by your own fears. That's why you couldn't see the deluge. Yeah, this person always wanted a relationship with you, attachment. This person is more of an anxious, no matter how they come across. So I can only understand if this person was acting in a more fearful, avoidant, a tug of war. That's why you were going in circles with this person, because they knew you could do better. It was only a matter of fact till the time you realized that they are not at all capable of fulfilling you in the way you want them to. And it does make me feel like for the ones that specifically chose this specific card, pile number 2, I don't think this relationship would be moving forward because the damage has been done. So for pile number 3, the Empress in reverse. Taurus. This one wants to make things right. This one has been working on themselves. This one has a very strong realization that they have been projecting it onto you, but they also recognize your flaws. Since they are working on their own imperfections, they are realizing and they are forgiving you through the process. They did something that they cannot take back. I think it was out of insecurity or jealousy or inadequacy. But the difference is this person has actually shown changes to the universe. That's all you need to know. This person has shown maybe repentance or real life changes in their own behavior. Okay. Pile number 4, the Star. So straight up, I think that the fourth person wants to change the situation, Aquarius. I don't think for the ones that you chose the fourth card, you cannot blindly trust this person. Yeah, I think if you chose the third pile, you can trust that person. But for the fourth one, you can't. And if you choose both of these for a very exceptional case, it means that you have to see how this person shows up. You cannot put all your eggs in this person's basket. Very interesting. So there's something that Spirit wants to tell you about this connection, about their last thoughts collectively. Okay, now since you have chosen your piles, you have a clear cut, some sort of insight into what I'm going to say, and you have to see according to, it's almost like you needed to know this person's intentions before I tell you exactly what they're thinking collectively, right? Because again, a lot of people are going to be watching it, so it probably simplified with these 4 cards inside another picker card, right? So now you're aware of exactly what type of a person you're dealing with, what they're thinking, right? So we have the Perseverance, 7 of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So Pentacle energy is strong over here. Page of Pentacles again. A very grounded energy. It is Swords. It is Swords upright reverse. I take cards as I feel guided to. Okay. So Six of Cups and the King of Swords. I really do feel that for all of you that chose pile number 4, this person has been thinking a shit ton about this connection. Okay, you are somebody that they wake up to the thought of, they doze off to the thought of you. They feel a very very strong bond to you, towards you, with you, and they want to make this happen. They want to ground it. The pentacle just goes to say, with the King of Swords, this person wants a real plan. This person has been asking the universe how to make this happen. This person has tried to forget you, but because they haven't been able to, and because they don't seem to find someone better than you, they don't seem to find somebody better than you. They have really had this rude awakening where they were on their high horse thinking that you would come chasing them, which did not actually happen, because you might have slipped, you might have tripped, but you eventually managed yourself. It was pretty graceful in the manner in which you managed yourself, and for majority of you, you did not give in to this person's games or try to play or level with them or argue with them or call them out or feed them with the attention that they were seeking, poking you with the tactful actions that they were taking. So it's almost like this person was trying to take the back door to get some need met. It's almost like, if they were insecure that you don't care about them that much, and especially if this is a man, he was trying to get you to chase him. It makes me feel like they try to use tactics to maybe make you feel jealous, maybe make you feel some kind of way, so that you give a reaction and you start chasing them. If this person was showing off their options, if they were using any other method to get you to run behind them, I think that it backfired, or it did not work out in the way in which they wanted them to work. And I think that it really put them back in their place. The Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles does go to show that this person has deceitful ways in which they have tried to bring you to their level, and I feel like that level is beneath you. For the ones that chose the third card, I feel like your person has genuinely seen the error in their ways. And for the ones that chose the first card, I think this person still has growing up to do. Either ways, they have some sort of realization. High Priestess, yeah, an awakening moment, a realization that this is stupid, this is wrong. I really gotta learn how to be and act my age. That's what I'm really hearing. The Nine of Pentacles. It almost baffles me how much this person is fixated on you and how much there is nobody else. I'm going to tell you that for sure, for all of you. But it's just, do you see how insecurity makes us act? You know what I mean? The Page of Cups in reverse. They stopped giving to you because they didn't want to look weak, and I think this person has a fear of being taken advantage of. And that's precisely why they were playing these games with you, because they liked you so much. I know how messed up that can sound, and that doesn't seem very healthy. And this is reminding me of a quote which says that no grown man plays games with a grown woman, or no grown woman entertains a man playing games. You meet people at the level of consciousness or maturity you're really at. Okay, and this might be a hard pill for you to swallow. But if you just bring yourself to accept the fact that maybe there are things that you also had to learn, it wouldn't pinch you so much. Star power, Palladians are here to evolve us into higher beings of pure love, nourish our planet as we nourish our soul. So you attracted this person in the first place because you knew that you still crave validation. You might have not been cognitively aware of it. It might have not been something that's like completely in your frontal lobe. Um, and I think that this connection has seriously taught both of you something. And for your person, we have the bigger picture, zoom out, a shift in perspective is needed in this moment to gain clarity around a current situation you feel stuck on. You will never be free until you free yourself from the prison of your own false thoughts. They had this image that I gotta play this game. And I think that this person is a part of a society or a social group or community that you might not be a part of, where there are a lot of pride issues or egotistical people around this person, which they had become so habitual playing these games and being so tactful about it. It just makes me feel like the both of you were operating out of insecurity holding on to each other. They were looking for the love that their parents didn't give them, and you vice versa. So you couldn't exactly, you could see the red flags, but somewhere you were still stalling this process, going along with it because you didn't feel safe enough yourself or strong enough, and your fear of abandonment was really coming out. So you might have chased this person, but I don't think it was as bad as you think. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it was not as bad as you think. And I think this person genuinely tripped, where something hit the ceiling, it broke it, and you were like, that's it. This is a big enough sign. Something shocked you about this person. Something um definitely made you act in a manner that you were like, okay, this is it. I'm not having any more of this person's shit. Like, I waited for this person to act right. So I want to talk about what Spirit is giving me is, what was their ideology the last time you guys spoke, before perhaps the separation took place? What was going on in their mind? Why they took that step that made things fall apart? Okay, I really want to tap into. For some of you, I'm hearing, especially the second card, which was about inadequacy. The second card, the ones that chose the second card, this is for all of you, but for the second card, I feel strong emphasis that this person saw, thought, or heard that you are out with someone. It could just be a fiction of their own mind, it could be their insecurities, mind playing a number. But it was genuinely a fear that you are going to be with somebody else. The Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You were not giving them as much as they wanted to, and this might have been like you're giving a lot to them, and they're empty inside, so nothing is enough. It's not suffice. It's just not sufficient enough. But it could also be that you're just giving as much as you're getting, and this person was not okay with that. They're like, how dare you? I have people chasing me. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? um Someone that is has got a toxic trait because they don't feel enough within themselves. And this is really highlighting the people that chose the second card, that when you're not feeling enough, no matter how much the other person does, it's never enough, because you're like a leaking bucket. Until the time this person takes the time to fix that leak and fulfill in their own water bucket, it's never going to be enough. And they could not see the amount of effort you were putting in. It was never enough because they're used to people chasing them, because they don't know how to give it to themselves. So they're always on, what's that word? They're in debt to other people, or they're always on low fuel, or they're always borrowing. They're always borrowing. Yes, people that borrow are usually some sort of energetic vampires. They need here and there, they need to kind of leech on to other people in order to fulfill their own well. And Spirit is saying, if you think it's not that bad, you don't know the intensity of energetic vampires, people that spiritually leech on to you. I said fertility. I think because you, oh my god, You are someone that can help yourself. This situation taught you a great deal of boundaries, implementation, and the importance of speaking up for yourself and knowing when something's wrong for you, because your body was rejecting this person all along. You had trouble eating, you had trouble sleeping, you were returning back to your toxic habits, substance, whatever it is. Whatever the heck it is, your body was telling you this person is not good for me. The thing is, spirit was blocking this person all along from coming too close to you because they would have really, really sucked you dry. You think it's not that bad till the time you look in the past, you look back and see what you really went through with someone. I just think your issue is not that you can't completely replenish yourself. I think your issue is that you still crave, that little child in you still craves validation that it's worthy. And this person could represent a parental figure. That's what made you feel like, this one, I want validation from this one. We have the card, balance is fundamental aspect of life, duality. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that you don't know how to do anything or you haven't made strides in your healing journey. It just makes me feel like everybody is at different places. But this person was intending on. It's possible that they might have not had the best intentions, okay? And that's bringing me back to the people that chose the fourth card, where they're not completely trustworthy, because this person does have a level of, what do you say, selfishness to them, which is like, I gotta get what I want for myself. And it's possible that this person, once they get bored with people, they drop them, or they just, this fourth person, whoever chose the fourth one, I think it's possible that this person um, starts avoiding people once they want to break up with them, so that they leave them and they're not the bad guy. That's what it makes me feel like. The fourth one is really clever person, and I feel like the first one is also capable of doing that. I've never really done a reading like this, so it seems very, very intentional on spirit's end. um I feel like by far the most trustworthy was the third pile, and somewhere the second one. But the second one seems at a flight risk to me. Oh my god, I'm getting so many downloads. So, what was this person's last thought? The Emperor in reverse. What they did was wrong, and the they see you. They see the goodness in you and the darkness within them, and this is the true spiritual divine counterpart connection, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you like to call it. This is going through karmic phase. I don't think that this connection is over yet. I really don't think that the connection is over yet. Empress and the Emperor, so Taurus and Aries respectively. I think that you need to know the biggest thing that you really need to absorb collectively as whoever chose pile number 4. This person would have sucked you dry at some point because you do not know your boundaries, or somewhere you lack the implementation of it. Even when you know, you're scared to put it there because you're scared to lose the other person. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. What this person thinks about, or they're probably not 100% aware of, because this person tends to become bitter and they go into conscious victim consciousness, like, oh, how dare he or she do that to me, why would this happen to me? It's like this person doesn't realize that they have this core belief that they're also not worthy of love, and they're overbearing, or their feelings are a burden because this is so strongly within them. They don't know how to satisfy themselves and take up space. That's why it makes me feel like they like to be in group settings, because standing out seems very fearful for somebody who can't even ask for their emotional needs. They can't dare to take up space, right? You know what I mean? So, obstacle in reverse. I think one of the biggest block was being placed by spirit, where you were not able to talk to this person, meet them that often, indulge with them, consummate the relationship, whatever it was all energetic. So if you saw yourself plans, finding yourself with this person, plans are just not taking place, you're not able to meet them, this is long distance, even this is near distance, or like whatever it is, it was not happening. You were not being allowed to be in this person's physical presence because this person might have had very sexual interests, especially if you're with the fourth person, the fourth pile. This is your person, they had very sexual interests in you. So sexual energy is so pure, and you have a very strong light worker energy, which would have been very dangerous for you if somebody's pouring their trauma into you, especially as a woman. It all goes to your womb. So you really might not know how much you're being protected in this situation. Honestly, spirit is like, to do heck with what this person thinks. You need to know that I have your back. Pile number 4, you need to know that spirit has your back, and this person would have really drained you of your energy. So with the Emperor in reverse and the Empress, I know, I'm sorry if I'm just, not giving you exactly what needs to be told, but I know that I'm giving you exactly what you need to hear, despite the title of this reading, because I think it would do you more good. There are other tarot readers. You can go watch another reading if that's what you really want to hear, right? So we have the Lovers and the King of Wands. I feel like this person just has so much sexual energy. They don't really think about the emotions aspect so much and what you really need, because you're drained because of this connection being one-sided. Not in terms of love and affection or mutual feelings, but in terms of effort. The give and take aspect is kind of like a big question mark. That's what spirit has been protecting you from. And I think you should accept your weakness in this aspect. I think you would be a little bit like, oh, why the heck are you doing this for me? But it's like you kind of want this person more than you want your own well-being. For somebody, I'm hearing that. So psychic communication, there might be telepathy, and there's a lot of things that were not said on this person's end. Person asked about thank you, spirit. This person has not said a lot of things that they wanted to. Overflowing cup. This person saw you as someone that was doing good. For the people that chose the fourth card, it's possible this person has strong narcissistic tendencies. Positivity, perspective shift, good energy. So again, this person came to you because of your good energy. Defensive, unrealistic. Something about you, why your body was rejecting this person, why you were becoming defensive, is because your spirit knew this was not good for you. Armored. Your spirit, your higher self, has always been protecting you from this person. You might have this question: why bring them in my life if they're not good for me? Exactly, because you don't know what's good for you. That's why they came in your life. Perseverance, resilience, courage, determination. If you are a young girl, okay, if you're nearly your 20s, you really have to trust the fact that God is always going to be looking out for you, and you're a beautiful, bright girl or a boy. And sometimes we're at a young age that we don't really know what exists out there in the world. Sometimes we have to experience certain things to a degree of betrayal, or so to speak, maybe quote unquote dirty energy or dirty people or unkind people, to see that everything in the world is not goody two shoes. People are not always what they say they are. And this experience has taught you how to trust vibes and instincts more than how people present themselves to be. Because this will help you moving forward in life. It will make you stronger in terms of identifying what really is for you and what is not. So I just feel like it's important for everyone to somewhere learn how to trust their instincts. And this is not something that is taught in schools or in textbook. This is real life PhD. Okay, so this person might come back, especially for the second pile that I'm picking up. This person will come back and message you and ask you to meet up. And if you do end up meeting with this person, know that spirit trusts you at this point to know what's good for you. And if it still doesn't fall through, if it still doesn't happen, know that spirit is still protecting you. Maybe, I feel like not even maybe there is something better out there for you, right? This person is procrastinating on making their right wrongs. This person wants a genuine relationship, and they know that you want something as well, but I feel like this person can sometimes just sniff off those loose boundaries of you. That's what it makes me feel like. Retreating, they know that you've taken your time apart. For some reason I'm hearing that this person thinks that they'll give you some time to cool off and then come back in your life, thinking that's what forgiveness or mending means. It's like they're waiting that, you know, you'll be okay with whatever happened so that they can weasel their way back in, especially for the first pile. I'm going to pull out a few channel messages. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I want to heal from my rejection wounds. I'm having many breakthroughs about my own journey. I want to be close to you. So I don't want you to be worried. I feel like I really want you to know that the universe has this handled. You might have not been aware of how dangerous maybe this person's energy could have been for you, but trust that the universe sees and hears conversations that you cannot. I'm trying to make decisions in my life that help me commit better to you. I can't bear the pain of being apart from you. I have been having major realizations. This is right underneath breakthroughs. So trust that the drowned king card really represents your person being humbled to an extent. When my fears take over, I freeze in the moment. And lastly, we have, I want you by my side. I want to overcome my fear of intimacy. So I think that this does tie in with the neglect, their own neglect, um, self-negligence of their own needs, emotional needs, fear of taking up space, right? So pile number 4, I'm going to leave this here. If this was helpful, please like, subscribe so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated, and information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye.